possibly more useful and more important. Now remember, at the end of the video, there'll be a link on the screen and you can click on it and it'll give you access to this document. It'll take you to learnmore365.com. You can sign up for free and you can access all of these documents. And what that means is you can come here and just copy this and stick it straight into your YAML and then make the changes that you'd like to make. And here, of course, you've got examples of YAML options for how your code appears. Does the code fold up? Is it going to be appearing at all? Are the lines numbered, etc., etc.? That's if you want to show your code. If you're creating a PDF, here is some YAML that you can use to define what the PDF might look like. Here's some YAML for the language and bibliography, some YAML for the execute options. All of this, of course, you can just cut and paste straight from this document and stick it into your own YAML. And here are some common examples of sort of project level YAML. So you might want to, for the entire project, say echo is true. So you'd want all of the code to be shown. You might, for the entire project, not want to show warnings and messages. I think that should be false in general. And then you might have document level YAML in which you kind of overwrite some of that. So here I've said for this particular document, echo equals false. So for this particular document within the project, we're not going to show the code, for example. And here are the more commonly used code chunk options. Okay, and this is YAML that goes right into your code chunk. I'm not going to go through all of these. Actually, I've got a video on code chunks. Go and watch that. We get into all of the detail about these in that video. Now, if there are aspects of your document that you really want to control that can't be controlled with YAML, there's also the option of using styling with CSS. And this really is actually writing HTML code to define what happens on your, if it's a web page that you're creating. I've got some nice, quick and easy workarounds and you might find this useful. So before I show you how to create a CSS file, I just want to show you that basically I've got all of these sample blocks of code that you can literally stick straight into your CSS document and then make the little tweaks and changes that you might want in your document, right? So you don't need to learn HTML, you literally just need to learn how to copy and paste. And for example, code block, you want to change the color, and this is, where you change the color, etc., etc. So this has all been done for you. You get this document, you come, cut, paste, stick it into your CSS file, and then make the changes that you want to make for your document. So how do you create a CSS file? Not difficult. You just go to File, Create New, CSS File. It will create a file that is basically doesn't have a name. You need to save that as and call it custom_style. And then in your YAML, under HTML format, HTML, 2 spaces, remember, say CSS : custom style, and it will reference this document that you've got in your project. Okay, and just remember, you can access all of these HTML files, this information